In this video, we're going to be talking about what happened to Michael Lee on The Wire. The Wire is one of the greatest shows of all time. No need to explain it. Now, I made a video about what happened to Randy Wagstaff after season 5, and it's a theory. And I believe it did happen. Now, I'm making a video on what I believe happened to Michael Lee. I believe that Michael Lee is still on the run after killing Snoop, Marlo's hitman. Marlo's still in jail. Marlo is out free. Marlo Stanfield is still free. Michael's got to watch his back. And he knows that Marlo Stanfield tried to have him killed. He was accused of snitching and this and that and the other. That's why Snoop tried to kill Michael. I think Michael is out on the run, watching his back in Baltimore, because he knows that Marlo is free from jail, and he's got to watch his back because Michael could put a bullet in his head. And I believe Michael continues on being a stick-up man like Omar and out here hustling, selling drugs. Being a big-time player and all that, Michael is still that. And I also believe that Michael teams up with Slim Charles because Slim Charles learns that Michael is trying to get revenge on Marlo for having him killed. So Michael teams up with Slim Charles. They both help each other out by capping off what's left of Marlo's men on his corners, like stealing his product, his money, stealing that he makes, that Marlo does make. I believe Slim and the co-op and Michael all team up to get revenge on Marlo. They've been killing their drug dealers, stealing their product and their money from their connects and all that. And it leads to later on that both Michael and Slim Charles do kill Marlo. That's a theory of what I think happens to Marlo. Marlo is struggling to stay afloat after he got out of prison. He don't have Chris because Chris is in prison. He don't have Monk. He don't have Snoop because Michael killed her. He's struggling and doing whatever he can to survive on his corners, making money without his two biggest henchmen, Snoop and Chris. And he's got to worry about Michael and the co-op and Slim Charles taking his corners and killing his guys and coming after him. And it turns into a war between the co-op and the Stanfield organization. But as time goes on, Michael and Slim Charles both kill Marlo. They both kill Marlo. That's the end of Marlo Stanfield. He gets killed by Michael and Slim Charles. And I believe Michael joins the co-op as a hitman and a drug dealer working under Slim Charles. They build a good friendship, Michael and Slim Charles. He makes a lot of money. Slim Charles likes what he sees in Michael, and he works for Slim Charles and the co-op. That's what I believe happens to Michael Lee. He works for the co-op and he works for under Slim Charles. He teams up with Prop Joe, getting revenge on Marlo Stanfield because Marlo killed Prop Joe. He had him killed to get his connect with the Greeks, and he sold it for $10 million. And the co-op had to rack up money to buy that connect back. And Michael kills Marlo because Marlo had tried to have him killed, and Michael killed Snoop because Snoop tried to have him killed. That's what I believe happens to Michael Lee on The Wire. This is my opinion. This is my theory. That's what I believe happened to Michael Lee after season 5, after The Wire, because I believe he's still on the run, being a stick-up man, being a drug dealer. He teams up with Slim Charles in the co-op, and they both kill Marlo Stanfield. And so the co-op will remain the biggest players of the drug game in Baltimore, along with Michael Lee being the newest member of the co-op with Slim Charles taking him under his wing. So what Michael does do is he reunites with Randy on The Wire, because I made a video about what happens to Randy. I believe Randy gets taken in, gets adopted by Slim Charles because he's related to Prop Joe, and Slim Charles takes care of Randy Wagstaff because he's related to Prop Joe. It's Prop Joe's great nephew, and I believe Slim Charles takes care of Randy, and Randy has a better life because of Slim Charles, and he gets Prop Joe's money and house and his estate and everything, and Slim Charles teaches him stuff and about being a good entrepreneur and stuff like that, the legal way, because Randy is not a drug dealer. But anyway, I want to make a little quick video on that. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. I got another Wire video coming out. It's about Naaman and Dookie. I'm going to make a video on that. So I want to make one about Michael Lee. And I did throw Marlo Stanfield in there. So anyway, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that fun stuff. Like, subscribe. I'm a big, huge Wire fan. Like, subscribe. Peace out.